So I'm outside of Pittsburgh today. This is an old glass factory. Pretty amazing spot. Very, very active lines that it sits on. This is one of, I guess it's called the kiln. It's one of the old ones. This thing is huge. Wait till you get up, when we get upstairs, you'll see how cool this thing looks. I believe this glass factory was built in the late 1800s, around 1889. They moved to the Jeannette area here because of the abundance of locally produced natural gas. And there were a number of glass factories in this location because of that, which gave it the name the Glass City. They began making glass tableware, cream pitchers, jars, bottles. At the time, they were really known for their candy containers. And they got more into very ornate, hand-decorated, handmade glassware. And they also produced uranium glass between 1920 and 1940. And check out that quilt pattern. But they were really known for their milk glass containers. This beautiful white glass, which still to this day you can find online, you can find on eBay. At the time, very popular glassware. Now the increase in plastic in the 50s and 60s, and it was just constantly growing and growing. That was a huge factor to the eventual demise of this business. That is where we're headed. That's the main kiln up there. And I believe you get there with this walkway. Wow. Oh man, this is the roof has come down. There she is.
There's a car under there.
What? Oh yeah, there is a car under there. What the heck? Somebody ditched their car here and the roof caved in. Weird. Anyway. Wowzers. This is huge. Wow. This gigantic old furnace here is really the focal point, probably was always the focal point to this factory. This is a 16-pot furnace. And it's got to be 60 to 70 feet tall. This thing is a behemoth. Monstrous.
No doubt all these bricks are made with asbestos. I'd bet money on that. There's actually a couple vehicles here. There's one actually crushed underneath the roof where it came down. I'm wondering, well, either somebody brought their vehicle up here and ditched it, or this was used to move stuff around at some point, because there is that circular or half circled curved driveway that can take you up here. So this may have been used to move things around, but who knows? And I have to say that most of this factory is just destroyed. There was a number of fires over the years, the bigger one being the most recent in 2017, really demolished much of this factory. And then all throughout this building there are smaller furnaces called glory holes, like this one here. I wonder how it got its name. And look at this photo from 1989. Now this is a few years after the last business to own this factory closed down. And look at the cars here. You can see the cars. Again, 1989. Someone luckily got in here and took a bunch of interesting photos. And here's the Jeep. Amazing to see that these cars have been in here that long. See all the burned beams. So many of these. There's nothing in here. There is a path though.
Now if you're curious, if you have any Westmoreland glass, you could look at the marks. From 1910 to the 1940s, they used a W inside of a keystone. And then after World War II until about 1980, they used an intertwined W and a G. And then just for a short period of time in the 80s, they used a Westmoreland in a circle around 3 lines. So obviously the older stuff would probably be worth the most, but I think it'd be interesting to see if you have any. And if you do, definitely leave a comment. Let me know.
That's awesome. I don't know if somebody ditched this stuff here, or if it was part of the kitchen that was here. All right, that's the glass factory in Jeannette, outside of Pittsburgh. Amazing place, amazing history. I'm getting back on the road. Gonna be checking some stuff out all around the Pittsburgh area, so stay tuned.